Sit down for a bit. Hey guys, Kimber right here. We're now going to work on issue 34. Now, if you remember in issue 33, I said that I was going to finish off where I'd left off, because both this bit of the section here, which is the door and installing the door into Frozen and Alice in Wonderland, and these scaffolds here, both result in me having to go to the doll's house. So rather than have to do this one and then the next day do the scaffolding, which I've just realised also requires me to have to glue the walls down, which will be step one of what I'll have to do. So we'll stick the walls down first. At least the Alice in Wonderland ones, not the Mickey ones. I've got a plan for one of the Mickey ones. But we'll install the door and then we'll put these scaffoldings on, which I've left in this little plastic container here because there's quite a few small ones and it's going to take a little bit of a while for me to identify which one. I think that one's A, and then you've got B here, C, D, E, F, G, H, and they have to go in a specific position, Pacific wall and Pacific area. This one's definitely the back one because this one's the longest. So this one's going to take a little bit of time. Well, the first mission is to identify the sizes and which ones go where. But on top of that, we've also received some special gifts which are also going to go into the Frozen room. So they'll be the first ones installed into the Frozen room, and it will be this absolutely gorgeous, amazing rug that will go on the floor in the Frozen wall, and it looks absolutely amazing. Look at it. I'm wondering, is that the crest of the family? Because they look, that's definitely meant to call that she's an ice princess. But look at the detail that is in every single one, including the one all the way around. That is amazing. I absolutely love it. And then we've got some amazing, we've got two Plymouths, both decorated absolutely amazingly. And then we've got two flowers with the snow crest on it, and look at the flowers. They are just absolutely amazing. They are so beautiful. I kind of want to research which flowers these are, because I'm not convinced they're roses. They might be, but I'm not convinced they are. And one last look at the final Plymouth. Look at that. That is absolutely amazing. As well as that, we will be putting Marie inside the doll's house as well. Now, temporarily, she's going to be living with her brother in the Mickey room. But I might, because she's a lady, I might have her living in the Frozen room for a while. Maybe. But let me sort out this scaffolding first, and then we'll get on with building this section here. Catch you guys later. Okay, now as you can see, I have completely stripped the walls of my doll's house. That is because I've decided to do all of them apart from this wall here, and that's because I've got a special plan for this wall. So this wall and possibly the wall that's about here is not going to be done. But because I've got a feeling this might take a little while, I'll show you what it looks like. So this is what it looks like at the moment. To this. Everything's now dry. I've changed my mind about this wall. I might try and see if I can paint vertically on this wall, but if not, I might have to choose a different wall to paint on. These walls at the back, they're currently being held up while they dry by sellotape, I think. Yeah, sellotape. I might need to put some more sellotape on this wall here because it's not quite sticking properly. But there's everything firmly stuck on, including this wall here. And now we're going to work on putting the door on. Ooh, this is going to be fun. See you guys. Right, so I've got all of the pieces. I've got the door, which is nicely and firm and hopefully straight, with the two nozzles on each end. And I've got this bit that goes on the bottom of this section here. Now, if you remember last time, this door was annoying to put on. So we're going to try and go as slow as we possibly can in order to do this. Now, I believe it's meant to swing that way and that way. I'm assuming so it doesn't bang into the front door, which is meant to be about here. So let's put this one on first. And then we're meant to put these bits on afterwards. And they're meant to go in the slot there, with the gap between this bit here. So let's put this bit on. The idea is we've got to try and level these two bits here with this wall here. So let's grab a bit of glue. On the underside. And this time I'm going to deliberately avoid the hole. Because I wonder if part of the reason it was getting stuck was because this part was also glued down in the last one, which was causing the door to not operate properly. Let's stick that on. Try and keep that as level as we possibly can. I believe that's level. It's very difficult to tell. Yeah, that's about level. And then the idea is, I don't actually, I think that side's that side and that side's the other side. But the glue for this one would go on this section here. And then, if I'm correct, it should slip into this bit here. And then fold around these bits here. This is probably where I went wrong the last time I did this. There we go. Right, and then we wait for that bit to dry. And it's actually quite nice because it actually holds the thing in place. Right, I'm going to go and get another light because I've realised that's better. Now we can see what we're doing. I just pray and hope it doesn't fall over. Right, so anyway, as I was saying, we'll take this bit here and we do the exact same on the other side. So bit of glue. And if this door has been built right, famous last words, see previous issue, for the result of the previous door. It should clip into this section here and then slide just making sure it actually clicks onto there, and that actually holds this into place while it's gluing as well. That actually looks better than, admittedly, how I had it the last time. Now, here's the tricky bit. This bit goes onto this wall here through a little hole like that. And the ideology is that's the bit you stick on. So the glue goes along that section there and it sticks onto, and the fact that this is difficult to put in worries me again, because this was a similar problem we had the last time. No, that's fine. So it sticks like that, and in theory the door should be able to swing quite freely in that position. Like I said, in theory. So let's put some glue on that bit there. Again, I'm going to try and keep it away from the hole, just in case that was the reason for the failure the last time. Did I end up building this the right way after all? Oh no, it's meant to be that way. And then this is the tricky part. It's got this bit, has got to go in that section there. See, that worries me because that is quite snug. Oh shit. Knew it. Right, what has happened is this is still sliding up and down, even though it's meant to be glued on properly. Which means this bit here is moving up and down, making it difficult to get that bit in the goddamn hole. That's annoying as hell. I wonder if that was a similar problem I had with the previous door. That means... why is it like that? Okay. And to add to the stamina, I've now got a floating door. This might be the difficult bit about putting this door on. Right. Right. That's now stuck on. Watch this. I wonder if that pin is too deep in. So now, annoyingly, I've actually got the opposite problem. Okay, so quick update. I've actually had to start the door again. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to wait for this all to dry, and we'll do another attempt later on. In the meantime, we have got enough of the door to be able to do the scaffolding, which is what I'm going to do now. This is going to be oddly tricky, so this is going to definitely be music because I'm going to be swearing like no end while I'm trying to do this. So wish me luck, guys. Right, so this video in is going to be a little bit awkward, but hopefully I've got the right side. Hopefully the right stature volume as well. So the first one, I'm reading the instructions as well to make sure. That goes, that does not look the same. No, that is the same. So that goes in, not on my fingers. That bit there, that's not right. Is that the right piece? That does not look right. That one's too long. There's meant to be a gap. And a pretty obvious gap. That gap is about level with my fingernail. Okay, this is where I'm starting to wonder if this bit isn't on properly. Because that shouldn't be floating, as far as I know. That should not be floating. But it's practically... I mean, they're level, but that should not be floating, I don't think. No. The other possibility is I've done the wallpaper wrong. But that should have a clean gap in it. And as far as I can tell, that's what it's meant to look like. But it's not meant to have that gap in the wallpaper. Could that be why the door is floating? Because that bit there apparently should be down, and it's not. why not? Although it is sort of down. Tell you what, I'll build the scaffold. I'll build along this wall. We'll see what it looks like. Everything else looks fine. I wonder if I built the wallpaper wrong. It wouldn't surprise me. Let's do scaffold number 2 and have a look. Right, board B. I'm guessing that's the shorter of the long ones, which is this one here. And it's got to be the groove side up. The thing is, if the scaffold is what is floating, that could, in all honesty, explain I think it's got to be flush. Yeah, and there's meant to be a gap next to that wall there. See, that looks all right. Oh, hold on a second. Maybe this bit's not down enough. I mean, other than the fact that that wallpaper bit there looks a little bit... you can't see it. It's more obvious to me. Let's carry on and see what everything looks like. We'll do nitty-pitty bits later on, because I really don't know. You know what? I'm 100% convinced I built this very, very wrong. I think it's got something to do with this wall here, because there's a little notch at the bottom there. I can't tell if that notch is meant to be there. I probably won't tell until I've built yeah, that's practically flush with that bit. And then I think this is where I probably will need the tweezers, which have gone missing. That's interesting. Okay, that has got to be wrong. No, it's flush with that bit there. So that's got to be right. You can't see it. So that's the net. That's the bit that I'm doing. And it's this scaffold here that I'm now working on. I'm going to zoom you in a little bit. There you go. Now you can probably see a little bit more of what I'm doing. Right, so that bit's now in there. I think this is the next one. It's a big, ugly gap with that one. I think that's the wrong scaffold. Let me try the other one. Okay, that scaffold looks a lot better. I'm gonna have to clean that afterwards. That looks a lot better. Right, now onto that wall there, which should be the last long bit. Now the last two, I think, are going to be complicated. I haven't got any of these scaffoldings upside down. Not that I'll complain, because if it is upside down, it will add to the upside down rule, but it will probably, unlike the other things where I could get away with it, the upside down scaffolding might mess things up big time. Right, that's actually working really, really well. This scaffolding is working really well. Right, now this is the awkward bit, and this might be where I'll have to take you up your plinth so you can actually see what's going on. Right. So I think that's the last of the difficulty scaffolds there. So the last one will be this one here. And I'll know for definite if the scaffolding question is wrong. So the last scaffold is this one here. And I'll know for definite that this is wrong because it's got a particular characteristic that if any of these scaffoldings have been put in the wrong place, will definitely highlight that this one's in the wrong place. See if you can spot it as I put it on. If you spot it, that means I've done it right. If you haven't spotted it, that means I've done it not just wrong, but badly wrong. Oops. That's better. I had it upside down. I knew that was wrong. So, the characteristic detail that would have told me that I've got all of the scaffolding completely wrong is the fact that this gap here is deliberate. I think that's where the door is going to close. This is why I'm slightly worried about this one here and whether that one is right. It looks right. I'm just not 100% sure. But yeah, so we're going to give the door another hour to dry, and then we're going to attempt again to put the door in. If the door doesn't work, I might have to give an update when we go back to the house, like very similar to what I did with the door when I was having difficulties with this one. This one still doesn't open properly. It's meant to be a two-way, but it's currently a one-way. At least it opens. So that might be the same story with this one. Yeah, if there's another update to this video, I'm going to say goodbye because I'm going to wait for this bit at least to dry, because this bit is behaving itself. But if there's another update after this, it'll be, hopefully, the door working. If not, this is going to be bad. So, catch you guys in the next issue. Right, so I've done another attempt on the door and it's not working, so that's now waiting to dry. So what I've got to do now is put everything that's in the kitchen back into the kitchen. First being the table. Maybe I need to clean this before I do that, never mind. Let's put Minnie back in here for now. Let's put you down here so you can see. We've got Daisy. And you know what? Because she's a lady, let's put Marie in the kitchen as well. There we go. She actually looks really cool. So cool. Goofy keeps falling over. I'm not going to say what Pooh Bear's doing right now. Come on, Mickey, stand up. There we go. Baloo's is in the boys' room. Marie's in the girls' room. There she is. That is so cool. Right, now we're going to do a shuffling of this one as well. So let's move Olaf. Let's move this chair. Let's move that and that. and these. And let's install what we've recently got for the Frozen. So the first thing we're going to install is the brand new rug. Now I like having it angled a little bit, maybe because I've been in theatre for so long, so I'm going to angle it that way. And then we've got 2 plimps. I'm guessing the plimps are meant to be, they can't be nearby the basement. Let's put one here. Let's put the second one there. And I'm guessing these flowers go on the plimps. Frozen have a habit of putting things that really need to balance, which is a problem because nothing wants to balance in the Frozen room. Let's put you back where you originally were. Put the flowers, let's put one flower. Oh, no, not even one flower wants to stay on. No, it does not want to stay on. There we go. Back on the plinth. There you go. And for now, let's put one flower there. And let's put another flower right there. I'll sort you out in a minute. And let's put the chair. Let's put it angled there. And let's put Olaf, who now probably will not stand up. There we go. There we go. And there's the Frozen room. That looks awesome. Pretty cool. Now, this table is going to stay in the kitchen for now, I think. I think that looks good in the kitchen. I think that'll look good in the kitchen for now. And there we go. We've got the kitchen, Frozen room, and Mickey's room. And next time, we're working on the basement again. So, I'll catch you guys maybe a little later with this door, but definitely later on, I will catch you working on the basement. See you guys later.